How is it going? Are people responding to you? The practice one. Ah, ah. Okay. So daily, like I said, you track that sheet. Yeah, just create one Excel sheet. Just track that. Yes. Sure, sure. You can take help of Praneeth as well. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's about branching strategies. So we're good with branching strategies. Now there are other simple concepts I'll cover. I will close today. See. Take this place. Git init command. Right. So this command converts normal folder into Git repository. For example, you have some folder, which is a normal one. Normal, you file Windows file system or Linux file system, whatever. You have a normal folder. You want to convert that into Git repository and you want to have it in remote. So Git init is the command. See what we did in our training. We created repository from UI, correct? Yes or no? So like this. We created empty repository, we cloned. After cloning, we started adding our code. Now init is the other way, that the reverse way of doing it. So you may have a folder. That folder may have files. And you want that folder to be a repository. Now, convert that local normal folder into a repository, then sync that to the remote repository. Fine. Init. Let me show. CD 2023 and CD. Okay, I don't want to go into WhatsApp bot. Why? Because I want to show you this as a separate example. Let me create a folder. Automation is a folder, let's assume, and CD automation touch a.sh b. Do you know what touch does? Creates empty files. A.sh, you can put a. Better, I'll change. A.txt, b.txt. It creates blank empty files. So this is a normal folder. Is it a Git repository? No, you check that. You say status, of course, not a Git repository. This is a normal folder. Now, the requirement is I want to convert this normal folder containing some code into a repository. So Git init. Now, is it a repository? Yes, it is. Now check status and untracked files, a.txt, b.txt. You understand now? Git init converts a normal folder into Git repository. For converting normal folder into Git repository, what it does in the background is it adds .git folder. See, if that is repository, Git repository, it will have .git folder. If it is not a Git repository, it won't have .git folder. So let me go to previous folders. Let me say books. Is it a Git repository? No. Why? There is no .git folder. So if there is .git folder, only then that is a Git repository. Otherwise, it's not. How do you get .git folder? One, if you clone existing repository, then .git will be there in that folder. The other one is git init. CD automation, and I have shown you Git init converted this normal folder into Git repository. Now I want to stage commit, and I want to show the same flow again. See, Git add, can I say start.txt? Of course. And what is next command for committing? Commit. I say init demo or project initialization. If I want to push, right? Git push origin C, but locally locally branch name is master, and I'm giving main. Let's see what happens. We're going to see one or two exceptions. We'll understand why that exception, and also we will fix that exception. What's the first exception? Main does not match any ref. Any ref means it says main is not a branch. So if you see this, locally the branch name is master. Let's change to master and try again. Now it's giving a different problem. What is that? Origin does not appear to be a repository. We discussed earlier, origin is a reference remote repository. But nowhere I mentioned about where is my remote repository. Yes or no? Yes. So Git init converted that into repository. But in init, I did not tell where is my remote repository. Obviously, there is no origin configured. Then how it works? How did it work in our previous examples? We did clone, right? We did clone. When you say clone, you provide the URL. So based on the URL, it automatically creates origin. But in this case, nowhere I mentioned about remote, and that's why origin is not created. So what do you think? What we should do now? We need to tell our local repository about its origin server. Means in remote, I should create a remote copy for this local repository. So even when I was learning, I was in a thought that if I do push, it auto creates a repository. No, it won't create that. So I thought when I was a beginner in Git, I thought this one, same. Like if I do Git push, I thought if I do this, it will automatically create my remote repository. No, it won't do that. You have to create it, number one. Then come to local. You should map your local to remote. That's number two. Then it works as usual. See here. Here, click on new repository. Name is automation and hit create. Now we have local repository, we have remote repository, but there is no sync. There is no link, correct, between local and remote. If you scroll down, see here. Locally, you run this on your folder, then you add the files you wish to add, then you commit it, followed by this is to rename a branch. Our Git bash created master as a branch name, but GitHub uses main as a branch name. For renaming, run this command. It renames current branch into main -m, capital M, to modify the branch name to main. So why? Because remote, the branch name is main. Local also, I want to maintain the same one, not master. Followed by this command is important. Get remote, add origin, and the mapping to that origin. This is not required if you do a clone. Why? Because clone creates this automatically for us. But this is required if you are initializing your folder as a repository. Followed by get push origin main, right? So now origin is there, right? Origin is there, and the reference to the origin is there. Now it won't say origin not found. Like earlier, it failed saying origin does not appear, right? Now it will definitely take this. So because username tokens are configured on my local, it's pushing changes to my repository. Go there, do a refresh. You must see a.txt, b.txt. Of course, they are empty. You understand now what is Git in it? Right. Any questions? Okay, I have a question for you. What is -u? What is -u here? Earlier, we didn't use that. But now I'm using it.
User.
No, it's not about user. -u means upstream. Upstream. -u means upstream. Upstream. So here upstream is origin and default branch is main. Okay, why we didn't use before? Why are we using now? Maybe that's your question. See, if I don't use this, still it works. But next time, if I want to do push, again, I should say origin main. If I use -u, it will make default upstream as origin main. So that if you don't mention this, you can simply say git push. See, we have been using git push by giving origin main or origin feature one, or origin develop, correct? Now, here what happens is it makes origin main as a default upstream. If you simply say git push, what is default value? Origin main. It will push to origin main. And if you simply say git pull, it will pull from origin main. So here -u means upstream, and it's making origin main as a default upstream. Means if you don't explicitly mention origin main or anything, it will use origin main as a default value. I mean to say, after running this command, if I do git push, behind the scenes, where it gets pushed, origin, and which branch it gets pushed, main. Why? Default upstream is configured with origin and main. This is one time. Let's say you want to make develop branch as a default upstream, then say in real time, we will not push directly to master, correct, or main. We will play with develop branch. So if you want to make the develop branch as a default one, you can do like this. When you first time push to develop, you say git push -u origin develop. So next time onwards, you can simply say git push for pushing to origin develop. If you want to push to other branch, right, then you must explicitly say origin, let's say feature 2, for example. Got it? Right. So git init is completed.
So when you say this is one-time activity,
Ah,
so is it like only till this terminal is open, and next time again we have to redo the same thing?
come again, Pooja.
Like what I meant is,
Hmm.
when you said that it is a one-time activity,
Hmm.
and so only till this terminal, what you have opened,
Not till this terminal, it is for this repository. You can close this. You can open again, fresh one, still the value remains same.
Oh, it remains
Not temporary. It's
Okay.
not temporary to this terminal session. Our question is, if I close this, if I open a new terminal, is that value still there? Yes, that value still persists. See, if I say git push, still default values are origin main. It's not temporary to the session. It's permanent. It's persistent for this entire repository. Yeah. Next. Git init command converts regular folder into Git repository by creating .git folder. What is that? .git folder is the indication that this folder is not a simple folder. This folder is a repository. So git bare repository. Git bare repository. So let me explain this. I mean, let you put it as a point and I will explain you. Right. Bare repository is a Git repository which will not have working and staging area. It's a repository which will not have working and staging area. Means that is, you can't edit or add new files. See, if you edit, changes go into working area. Then you stage it, commit it. If you want to add a new file, again, same thing. So as usual, on your Windows or Mac, wherever, you just go and create new file and say git add, correct, git commit. But their repository won't have working area, staging area. If it is not having working staging area, obviously we can't make changes. We can say bare repository is a read-only repository. No one can go and make changes directly into that.
You mean to say like we can only pull the repository from remote, but we can't push anything?
No. I'll come to that. So
Okay.
otherwise, we can say bare repository is a read-only repository. Yes. Then why we need it? If I can't make any change, definitely the question arises why we need it, right? Yes, there is a requirement, there's a use case for that. But pay attention, focus, stop writing for some time. So I am a DevOps platform engineer, for example. And I'm working on setting up a Git server. We are using GitHub as a server. But in real time, we may not use GitHub because it's internet-based. We will not use. Definitely, majority of customers will not use GitHub. GitHub is good for learning, exploring, learn those things, but very few customers use it in real time. Only startups may use it in real time. So like we have one startup product, right? Our code is in GitHub. Because right, as a startup, we don't want to focus on setting up GitHub, all those things. We want to focus on our product features. But when the startup grows big, right, then we may we may move into other practices. But now our focus is not to maintain Git servers. Okay, now I'm a DevOps platform engineer working for a customer. And there the requirement I got is this. So I have to set up Git server or GitHub application on our own VM. We don't want to use GitHub, which is a SaaS, like where you create account and use it. No, we don't want that. Customer says no, as per our policy, we can't use internet-based GitHub. But the requirement for this guy is we are buying a GitHub software and we want to download and install. This is going to be our remote GitHub server hosted by us. It is not hosted by GitHub. It is hosted by us. So here, as a DevOps platform engineer, I download GitHub software. I install this on my VM. Now we're going to have teams who will use this one. They clone from here, not from github.com. No, they will clone from here. They push to this, they merge to this. Everything happens in this one. So likewise, we have people, developers like this, who are going to use this GitHub software. But the requirement is, this is a server. Server will have SSH access. If it is Linux, I can log into the server. And as a user, I can say git add, git commit on the server. I can, right? I can. But the point is, we don't want anybody to perform git add, git commit here. Getting my point? So directly, no one should come here and make changes. That's the point. We don't want to allow anybody to directly log in here and say git add, git commit. That should not be there here. How you make this? You make it a bare repository. So by creating this as a bare repository, so developers can log in using SSH if it is Linux, but still, right, directly on the server, they can't make changes. But can they make changes here? Yes. So local will not be a bare one. Local will be a normal one. If Hari is working on something, he can clone from the bare, right? But my local copy won't be bare. My local copy I can make changes. So Hari, let's say he edits a file. He will write the code. He stages, he commits. Locally, yes, Hari can commit. Now he will push. Push is allowed, but directly editing on the server should be restricted. How we do that? By making this as a bare repository. You understand now? So bare means we can push, we can pull, but we can't say git add. We can't say git commit. That is not allowed. Yeah, have some water with it if you want. So git bare, you got it now? Yeah. So how to create this? I will remove this one. Dot git. What happened? See that this is a bare repository. I can't make changes. So when I set up GitHub server or GitHub application on a server, I follow some commands like this to set up that as a bare. So no one will directly go onto the server and make a change. That's the idea. But locally, of course, if I restrict making changes from local also, then there is no use of this Git. The ultimate goal of using Git is to manage our code, history. We want to collaborate, all those things. That is why we are using Git. So that's how you create or convert or initialize it as a bare repository. If this is my server, you can push to this, but no one can directly make changes here. That's a concept of bare repository. So when you clone, that time also you can say -- bare. So it takes your remote copy, creates a local and makes it bare. Bare means you can't change. That's what it is.
But Hari, you are saying we can push and pull also. In that case, if there are no commits, I mean, no commits they can do, then what is the use? Like if there are no commit, they were unable to do any changes and merge them or do any commits or add them.
Simple, Pradeep. See, simple, very simple. I want my remote repository as a read-only repository. Very simple. And if Pradeep wants to add commits, let him do it in local, push it. If Hari wants to make commits, let Hari make commits in his local and push it. The ultimate point here is only that remote server should be bare and local repositories should be normal one. Then developers can make changes. Pradeep?
But Hari, still he was doing commits in his local and he's pushing to remote. I guess like their changes which are they did in local still present in remote also, right?
It is present in remote, I got your point, but here, if I restrict in local also, then what is the purpose of my Git? Correct? If I make my local also bare, remote also bare, then what we can put into that? I see local, I'm fine, my developers can make changes in local, but I don't want them to directly make change in the remote. And maybe I got you in which angle you're asking this question. Let me illustrate that. See, this question is this. We are restricting here, good, but we're not restricting in the local. Now, if he wants to make a change, he can make a change and push, right? That's what he's saying. So we want users to push from local, not directly here. If I allow someone to come here, make a change and corrupt this, I don't want them to corrupt this remote copy by doing unwanted things. But still, I can allow them to push. So what you can do, you can enforce a policy saying merge request. Before it gets merged to your main stream, you can have a branch policy such that we need to push changes to main only with pull request. You can set such policies. Now, right, this guy will create feature branch, for example. He will push that to remote where the feature branch will appear. Then while merging to main, they will create a pull request and merge it. The ultimate point is not to restrict from everywhere. The ultimate goal is to restrict only directly on the server. Pradeep?
Yes, Hari. Like since you are saying we can say bare repository is a read-only repository, even though it's a read-only repository, but we are able to push. That means they are trying to minimize the unused. I mean, commits which are like not valid. You might do some 3 or 4 commits for future one, but later you said like final commit is 4th commit. Then he was pushing the data directly, and he's saying some memory indirectly, right? In the remote also.
No, what memory it is saying? I did not get you.
No, Hari, you are saying bare repository is a read-only repository, right?
Okay. Only
Read
that copy, sir. Only that copy. Only the removed copy is read only. Means you can't make changes directly. But local commits you can always push.
Okay, but still, even after doing the local commits, whatever the changes, he's again pushing back all his changes to the bare repository, right?
Correct.
Push command. So that is not read only, but he can write using push command. He's
Okay.
overriding or he writing something.
Better I will remove this point if it is confusing.
Okay. Because I was confused, like read only repository will not allow users to do any actions, right? Whether push or add.
Better I will say it directly
Okay.
on the server. Got it. Yeah. Fine. So that's about bare repository. And next one, git cherry pick.
So once you make a repository as bare, like you cannot make it again, unbare kind.
Uh, I think it is not. I need to check, Pooja. I never tried it.
Okay.
But Hari, do you use it in real time? Bare concept?
The same explanation is the real-time explanation. I want my server where I am hosting remote Git to be read-only, otherwise bare. If you're confused with the point read-only means directly I can't make changes.
No, Hari, I'm asking like real time also.
Yes.
Do we use such concepts? Bare
Yes.
concept real time. Okay.
Yes, I gave the real-time scenario itself.
Okay.
That's what I just gave a explanation also, right? As a platform engineer, I explained all that. As a platform engineer, I want to set up a Git server, remote repository, otherwise a remote server. You can definitely make this bare. Is it used in real time? Yes. Yes, but you may not get this opportunity to set up. That's a different story. If you get a chance to do this, of course, you must consider making it bare, because we are protecting direct modifications. They can modify in local and push. So if someone comes here, makes a change, that I don't want. But they can make changes locally and push it here. That's fine with me. So git cherry pick. So this command picks a specific or range of commits in a branch and integrates them to another branch. Let it put itself. Right. So this command picks a specific or range of commits in a branch and integrates them to another branch. Take this first. Cherry pick, yeah, useful command. So we can use this in following scenario. Let's say we got develop branch having commits, main branch also having commits like this. Of course, develop is created from main. See, right now, developed, main, both are having same commits. And developers are adding commits to develop. You know, right? Why? What is the purpose of develop branch? Like this. Now, develop has A, B, C, D commits. Now, as a DevOps engineer, so I am preparing for production release. Okay. If I want all of them, what I do? Create merge request or create PR. GitHub, we call it PR, pull request. If you are using GitLab, they call it MR, merge request. Names are different, concepts are same, right? If I want to merge all of them, create pull request and send it for review. After review is over, you merge it. But let's say now I'm preparing for production release, but I don't want A, B, C, D. I want A and B, only A and B. How I do that? Cherry pick. So stay here and say get cherry pick, specify A to B. I said you can pick one commit, you can pick range of commits. Now, what cherry pick does? It picks A and B, integrates with main. See, I don't want C and D. If I want all, direct pull request, merge request will help. But I don't want all. I want specific commits to be integrated into main. Then we go with cherry pick. So cherry pick is also like merging, like pull request will merge, right? Likewise, cherry pick is also to pick up the specific commits you are interested in. This is rare case, but expected case also. That's the reason we use cherry pick. And read this one. This command picks a specific or range of commits in a branch and integrates them to another branch. Yeah. Side note is merge integrates all the commits. Cherry pick integrates specific or range of commits. See, merge means merge everything. Cherry pick means merge only specific commits. In real time, I never used cherry pick. I told you it's exceptional situation. See, the idea is Git provides all features. Depending on the requirement, use them. It is not like Git provides 1,000 features, we should use all 1,000. No. So out of 1,000, we may be using only 1-2% of its capabilities, not everything. But ultimately, if, to promote itself as a better tool, right? It has to provide all the features. And what we need depends on the requirements we have. So get cherry pick. You want me to show that demo? Let's try. CD dot dot. I remove that automation. I don't need it. CD. What happened? It's gone. Is that gone? Looks like I deleted entire thing. Maybe I'm not sure. Okay, let's say I lost my local copy. What I should do now? Can I get my local copy back? Yes. Get clone https get hub.com/ but whatever I had in my local is gone. I mean, if I had new commits in my local, that's obviously gone. But I didn't lose everything. I only lost maybe a few changes or no changes, not the entire thing. So cd wa bot. Now for demonstrating cherry pick, what I do is first let me check how many branches are there. Only one is there. Now main develop. Let's take two branches for this illustration. Main is one and git branch develop is a second branch. What I do in develop, let's make 3 commits. And I will show picking only one commit. Get checkout develop code here. I call it. Yes, I give a fruit name. I make a commit. I need to add what is that? Fine. Now I will add one more fruit. Comment orange. Now we have 2 commits. One is apple, other one is orange. Now I want to pick only apple for this release. I don't want to pick orange. If I want to pick both, it's easy. Pull request, merge it, it's easy. So see this one, I want to show only in local so that it's easy to understand. Get checkout main. Now see apple, orange, both are gone. Why? Because they are in develop branch. Now I am in main branch. Obviously, what is there in develop will not appear in main until we merge that, correct? So if I do this get merge, what happens? All commits in develop gets integrated with main. All means apple, orange, both. Let's say I want to release only apple. I don't want to release orange. So obviously I can't use merge. Now Git should provide me options, commands to perform this specific one. See, the command is I want to pick what? Only apple, let's say. Get cherry pick. I should give commit ID. But I don't have commit ID with me where I can get this one. Can I do log? Yes. Git log. But in this branch, we don't have those commits, correct? See, I am saying show the log of develop branch and you can put one line. See there, orange is there. Apple is also there in develop branch, not in the main branch. So I want to pick apple, for example, copy its commit ID. So I am in main, no orange, no apple yet. So get cherry pick and see that I got only apple, right? So this is the usage of get cherry pick command. Simple, right? Yes. And if you want to pick the next one also, take its commit ID, perform the same thing. Or if you want everything, hit merge. That's it. But it created a conflict. That's a different story. Created a conflict. We'll see how to resolve conflicts. But you understand what is that? Cherry pick. You can pick one or more. Or even you can say starting here, ending there. You can put range also. Now, at right time, we got this conflict because our next topic is about conflicts. So we are done with cherry pick now. Get conflicts. So what is conflict? How do you resolve conflict? Two things. Do you know why we got conflict? If you see at line number 8, see in develop, there was apple orange. I picked apple, but still there is apple orange in develop. So when I say merge, what happened? It created a conflict. Means when conflicts come is same file, same line. Let's say you are working on same file, same line. I am working on same file, same line. Now when we merge, we get conflict. Okay, that's where you get conflict. 1 second, let me add that one. Conflicts come when more than one developer working on same file and line. It calls, okay, same file and line. Yes. How do you resolve conflicts in Git? You can resolve them manually. If it is notepad, you can resolve them manually or use a tool, yeah? Like diff merge or VS Code. VS Code we are already using. Right. See, right now we're using VS Code itself. We got a conflict. So VS Code is showing something like accept current change, accept incoming change, accept both change. This is what we do when there is a conflict. Either we take all or we take incoming or our changes. But in this case, obviously, I want to take all. See, if my code is conflicting with yours, I can't remove yours, right? If I remove yours, your features are gone. I should not do that. So what I do is accept both and see that. Apple is my change and orange is, let's say, your change. I accept both. Then git add, that's required, followed by git commit, resolve conflicts. Now see that merge metadata is gone and it is in right state. And I can push this. You get push. See, it's using main as a default. Right. So yeah, how do you resolve conflicts? You can resolve them manually, editing the file, removing conflict markers, or use a tool like diffmerge or VS Code and resolve them. Yeah. So this is a simple conflict. So let's say you got 10 conflicts. You can navigate conflict by conflict. You can go to first conflict and say accept both. You can go to next conflict and again take actions like accept both, take incoming or take outgoing. So you have to navigate one by one and take that action, merge it, finally save it, add it, commit it. Right. So next one. What is difference between merge and rebase? Merge we just discussed. Merge is to merge everything. Rebase is also same, like similar, not same, similar. Rebase is also for merging. We seldom use rebase. We never use rebase. But we should know about rebase for the sake of interview. Both are used for merging commits. The main difference is this. Merge integrates changes without changing base commit. Rebase integrates changes by changing base commit. I'll show what I mean changing base commit and without changing base commit. Both commands are for merging. Rebase will change the base commit. Merge will not change the base commit. Like this. Guys, look at this. Let's say this is main. And from main, this is feature one. Okay. So here feature one was created from main here. Now feature one progressed with new commits. Likewise, main also can progress with new commits. That same main also progressed with new commits, and this is a commit. So by seeing this, what you should understand is feature one was created from main branch when it was here. And see this one. So feature diverged from main from this commit. After feature diverged, main also progressed with new commits. Maybe other developers integrated to main. Now, we want to merge this. We have two options. Option one is merge. Option two is rebase. if you do a merge, it creates a merge commit, it integrates them. The base commit is still the same. The base commit is still the same. If I go with rebase, it will rewrite the history. Now, base commit was this. So from that base commit gets onto the latest commit of your main branch or whatever branch you are you want to merge with. So it will not simply change the pointer. It has to change the pointer and it has to merge these two commits onto feature. See, sir. Here, this was base commit, but if you do rebase, the base commit is changing. And by changing base commit, it is merging the commits. The purpose of rebase is mainly to keep the history linear. See, after merge, it looks like this. After merge, it looks like this, as if there was no new branch, as if the commits are happening on the same branch. So this is called linear. Linear means single line. It wants to maintain a linear history. Only then we go for rebase, but it's never used. Hold on, I'll finish this and I will move on. Rebase integrates changes by changing the base commits. This is used to maintain linear history. So tomorrow, holiday. So we'll see you on Thursday. We'll see you on Thursday. We're almost done with Git. And please go ahead with today's examples, whatever I have shown. You can try cherry pick, correct? What else I have shown you? You can try init commands. What is that? You can check what is bare repository. Please practice and Binay collect the attendance. I'm leaving. Thank you. Online, thank you.
Thank you.